Love him or hate him, Tom Brady is a football icon. I mean, it's commonly accepted that he was the GOAT during his 22 seasons of absolute dominance. And luckily, we here at the Kickoff Zone are about to tell you everything you need to know about everything that is TB12. You're welcome. Tell your friends. Tom Brady was born August 3, 1977 in San Mateo, California, about 20 miles from San Francisco, and naturally grew up a 49ers fan and a big Joe Montana fan. Young Tom Brady attended Niners games at Candlestick Park and was even in attendance at the 1981 NFC Championship game where Montana threw the catch to Dwight Clark. While Brady was only 4 at the time, it was possible that the moment cemented itself in his mind forever. And who knows, maybe it subconsciously inspired him to have similar moments in his career. Brady was the 4th child to his parents with 3 older sisters. Sports were a big part of his childhood. He played football, baseball, and basketball at Junipero Serra High School. As a freshman, he made the Padres JV football team, but only played as a backup. That's right, Tom Brady wasn't good enough to start for an 0-8 team that didn't score a touchdown all year. He evidently only became the starter after the QB ahead of him was injured. However, Brady was the varsity starter in his junior and senior year. Brady finished his high school career with 236 of 447 passing for 3,700 yards and 31 touchdowns. These numbers drew interest from various D1 programs. Although Brady turned out to be rather good at football, it seemed like Brady's true talent was baseball. MLB scouts started to become interested in Brady, the left-handed batting catcher with power. Brady was even drafted by the Montreal Expos in the 1995 MLB draft. The Expos GM at the time even gushed that Tom Brady had the potential to be one of the greatest catchers ever. Imagine, the greatest NFL quarterback could have been the greatest catcher in baseball history. Here's a bonus Tom Brady fact. He became the last active athlete ever drafted by the Montreal Expos, since they moved to Washington, D.C. to become the Nationals. Plenty of NFL teams and players wished he'd have stayed in Montreal. Brady had plenty of interest from Cal Berkeley, UCLA, USC, Michigan, and Illinois, but ultimately landed on Michigan, while his dad was rooting for Cal Berkeley. Another free Kickoff Zone bonus Tom Brady fact. Tom did a summer internship at Merrill Lynch for the 1998-99 summer college break. While there, he learned lessons that would stick with him throughout his life. During his first season with the Michigan Wolverines, Brady's college football career didn't really start off with a bang. He was a redshirt freshman during the 1995 season and served as the backup in 1996 and 97 seasons in the shadow of Brian Griese, who led the 1997 Wolverines to an undefeated season. Eventually, Brady earned the right to start and did that for all of the 1998 and 1999 seasons. But for the first 7 games of the 1999 season, Brady had to split his starting role with Drew Henson. Brady would play the first quarter, while Henson would play the second quarter. Then the Michigan head coach would decide who played the second half. Despite the platooning, Brady had big moments after being crowned the starter over Henson. Against Penn State, he led his team to a fourth-quarter comeback win. In the last regular season game, with an Orange Bowl bid on the line, Brady led Michigan on the game-winning score drive. In the Orange Bowl, Brady led the Wolverines to an overtime win against Alabama, throwing for 369 yards and 4 touchdowns. But even with all that success, NFL teams weren't sold. He slipped all the way to the 199th pick in the 2000 draft. Every single team passed on Tom freaking Brady multiple times, until the New England Patriots chose him as a backup quarterback. Brady was the 7th QB taken in the 2000 draft. Impress us by naming all 6 QBs taken before the GOAT in the comments below. By the way, you can Google it. You might need to.
Tom Brady, the second-year quarterback from the University of Michigan.
During Brady's first NFL season, he sat behind Drew Bledsoe, John Freese, and Michael Bishop, which meant Brady was 4th on the depth chart. After moving up to number 2, he had only 3 pass attempts, 1 completion, and 6 yards. One of Brady's best qualities is his mental toughness. There are big moments in games throughout his career, but consider how strong-willed you must be to endure all these setbacks. At this stage of Brady's career, no one really expected anything from him. He was simply a backup for the Patriots and a no-name 6th-round draft pick. But the following year, during the 2001 season, things changed for the Patriots, Tom Brady, and the entire NFL. Stop me if you've heard this one before, but Brady became the starter when the Patriots starter Drew Bledsoe was injured. In his 14 starts that year, the Patriots were 11-3, going 11-5 overall and winning the AFC East. Brady threw 18 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. It was a little tough at times, but the Patriots were in the playoffs on an unbelievable run led by the 199th pick in the draft. The Patriots pulled off the miracle of miracles by beating the greatest show on turf, the St. Louis Rams, in Super Bowl 36, the Patriots' first Super Bowl victory in their 42-year history. Now, if this was Tom Brady's only Super Bowl win, I suppose his career could have continued modestly, and he'd still be forever remembered in New England. But that isn't what happened. The man won 6 more, making 7 in total, meaning he's won more Super Bowls than anyone in history. And this is the reason why so many people love or hate this guy. Anyway, where was I? Skip ahead to the 2003 Patriots, where they went 14-2, won the division once more, and made it to Super Bowl 38, where they beat the Panthers. The following year, in 2004, they did it again. They won the division again, even going 14-2 again. And back at Super Bowl 39, they won against the Philadelphia Eagles. Winning the Super Bowl was becoming a habit for the Patriots, and a guy who wasn't even supposed to start an NFL game. At this point, Brady was now one of only 5 quarterbacks to win 3 or more Super Bowls, right up there with his idol, Joe Montana. So you'd think maybe, just maybe at this point, he'd start to relax a little bit, sit back and enjoy the giant pile of money he'd earned. But no. While he was obviously paid very well, he took pay cuts so that the team could do more with better players. This kind of dedication was one of the factors in the success of the Patriots. Over the next decade and a half, Tom Brady led the Patriots to 17 division titles, 13 AFC championships, and 9 Super Bowl appearances, winning 6 of them. Now, we at the Kickoff Zone are feeling generous and giving more bonus Tom Brady facts. For instance, did you know that TB12 is the only quarterback to win the Super Bowl in 3 separate decades, and the oldest to be selected to the Pro Bowl at the ripe old age of 44? But what was Tom Brady's most iconic Super Bowl? It would have to be Super Bowl 51, when the Patriots were up against the Atlanta Falcons. The Pats were down 28-3 midway through the third quarter, and miraculously, Tom Brady and the Pats came back, sending the game into overtime and eventually winning 34-28. Matt Ryan still wishes Brady was playing in Montreal or Washington, wherever. We're a football channel, not baseball. With the victory against the Falcons, Tom Brady had 5 Super Bowl wins, surpassing even his childhood hero, Joe Montana, not to mention every other player that ever suited up, except defensive end Charles Haley, who had 5. But of course, Tom Brady wasn't done. Bonus question for the comments: what teams did Charles Haley play for to earn his 5 Super Bowl rings? In Super Bowl 53, Tom Brady got ring number 6 against the Los Angeles Rams. By the time Tom Brady's career in New England ended, he left a hell of a mark on the franchise. The Patriots will forever be synonymous with Tom Brady. Wonder how many babies in New England were named Tom, Brady, or even Tom Brady. Patriots fans are different. In March 2020, Brady signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Being on a new team after 2 decades proved to be quite a challenge, and Brady's first year with the Bucs was a little rough at first. But Tom Brady remembered that he was Tom Brady and got the Bucs into the playoffs. And letting number 12 into the playoffs is a bad move for the rest of the NFL. First, Tom and Tampa beat Washington, following that with a win against New Orleans. In true Tom Brady fashion, he destroyed Aaron Rodgers' hopes and dreams with a 31-26 win in Green Bay, all as a wild card team. Tampa then turned their sights on Super Bowl 55 and the reigning Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. It soon became obvious to everyone that Tom wasn't done yet. Tampa Bay absolutely destroyed KC, 31-9. The man won it all in his first year with a new team. Ring number 7. A crazy achievement to top off the career of the greatest quarterback of all time. 7 Super Bowls under his belt and some of the best plays the game has ever seen. It's easy to see why this guy is universally hated by anyone who isn't a Patriots fan. We just won't bring up Eli Manning. Here's another Tom Brady fact we'll throw in for free. Tom Brady was drafted a year before LaDainian Tomlinson in 2001, and Tom didn't retire for about 5 years after Tomlinson put on his gold Hall of Fame jacket. 22 full seasons is an impressive feat in today's NFL. We can't overstate the impact Tom Brady had on the Patriots and the league. From the most games by a player, most games won by a QB with a single team, and the oldest player to win the NFL MVP. Really, we could sit here all day citing the NFL career records TB12 set, but we'll save that for Tom Brady Part 2. If you like this video, make sure to tell your friends. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Until next time, thanks for watching the Kickoff Zone.